Hey y'all, what's up? This your boy Mighty Mac, and I am back. I don't know why I said my name like that, but Mighty Mac, and I'm back with an all new video. So before we get in, make sure y'all like, subscribe, hit that notification bell because he is tired of telling y'all. And apparently, y'all, however y'all supposed to like, I guess hit that thumbs up because that's the new thing on YouTube. So make sure y'all hit that thumbs up because baby, I don't know what it is, but apparently y'all do because y'all got psyched. So y'all, I'm getting right into it with a story time. But before I get into the story time, y'all, I know I promised y'all 2 story times, but I ended up falling ill. I'm a little getting under the weather these last couple of days, so I'm feeling a lot better, y'all. So y'all know it's pollen season, so a bitch been sneezing. Pollen season is sneezing, okay? But I feel better, so I'm gonna give y'all one. It's a little quick story time about the time I almost went to jail, y'all. So make sure y'all stay tuned and don't go nowhere. So let's get right into it, y'all. So around this time, it had to be maybe like I want to say 2012, 2013 maybe. So I probably was 23, 20, 22, 23 at this time. And I remember this day very vividly because I had worked overnight. At this time, I was a store manager at Burger King, and I had worked overnight. So I had, normally my overnight shift is from 5 p.m. to 5 a.m. But this particular day, I had to stay till 7 a.m. So I was extremely tired, y'all. So my mom, at this point, I was staying with her because I was waiting on my apartment to be ready. So I was staying with my mom. So she wanted me to take her to work because y'all know, like me, my mom does have eye problems, but my mom is also very, very dramatic, y'all. She's very dramatic. So this particular day, she asked me to take her to work. Something in my spirit said, "Don't do it," because for some reason, I felt so weird and odd that day. Now, mind y'all, a bitch license was suspended. Okay, so let me just tell y'all, this is why I didn't really want to drive like that if it wasn't for me going to work. You know, I risk myself, that's fine. And no, I'm not telling nobody out there to drive on a suspended license, revoked license, or whatever. But if I risk myself, that's fine. But for somebody else to risk me, you know, that becomes a problem. So this particular day, she asked me to take her to work, and I was like, "Mom, I'm really tired." Like I said, I'm really, for some reason, my spirit just said, don't do it. And I said, "Mom, I'm tired. Can you ask my brother to take you? Because I'm just tired. I'm overly tired." So mind y'all, I had worked from 5 p.m. the day before, right? So I break down because my mom is the type of person I like to put you on a guilt trip. Oh, I can't see, and I wouldn't do you like this, and I'm gonna lose my job, I'm gonna lose my place, and I can't go to work. She's that guilt trip type of person. I often say that guilt trip type of bitch, but I had to realize I was talking about my mama, so I had to go out first. I wasn't trying to say that, so thank God it didn't come out. But she's that guilt trip type of person. So I finally break down. My job, I had no sleep. She had to be to work at 8. I get home about 7:15. So I drive her. Her job was maybe like, I want to say about like 5 minutes up the road. Literally, it was just coming out the back of her neighborhood, driving down this specific street and going back into the neighborhood. It's just the other side of the neighborhood. So probably was about a good 5 minutes. I'm like, okay, hopefully nothing happens. Boom. I thought that would have been logical, right? No. My mom also, when she asks you to do something, it's never a well, ma'am, thank you, ma'am. It's around the corner, up the street, going to New Mexico somewhere before you could go back home. So she asked me, "Oh, can you go pay my pawn at the pawn shop?" Mind you, now the pawn shop is the opposite direction. So I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I'm tired. I'm strictly tired. Because as a GM, you have to work the schedule. They ask you, I work 5 to 7, and I had to be back to work by 12. Okay? I had to be back to work by 12 in the afternoon and work a 12 to 10. So after I drop her off, I get ready to go to the pawn shop. Okay? Some say, go this way. Go this way. And I'm like, no, I'm going to try to go the shortcut way. You know, I'm going to try to go the fastest way possible so I can get back home, go to sleep. My spirit said, go this way. Didn't listen to my spirit. The second time, I did not listen to my spirit in one day. So finally, as I'm headed to the pawn shop, I drop her off, headed to the pawn shop. I'm doing maybe like in this, it was probably like 30, but I was probably doing like 37. And this guy walks in the middle of the road. And I don't know what this guy is because he hops out in the middle of the road. When I tell y'all it was the police, I almost ran him over because he jumped in the middle of the road telling me to pull to the right. And I'm like, oh my God. I knew something wasn't right because I have no license. Number one, my license is suspended at this time. He pulls me over. So at this point, he says he pulls me over. He runs my stuff. But y'all, this is the game though. I literally was going to get paid that Friday, which was the next day. And I was literally going to get my license right. This was all sincerity. I had every intention to go get my license right because I was working so far from where I was staying and I didn't want to keep driving that far distance. So I was going to go reinstate my license the very next day. And I still did. Even though I got pulled over, I still went and got my license straight the very next day. But he pulled me over and he says, can I see your license, please? I handed him my license knowing it was suspended. So he checked it, but bitch, I wasn't finna tell him that because it was a 50-50 chance he might have ran it, and it's a 50-50 chance he might not have ran that motherfucker. But baby, that 50 chance he ran that bitch because he came back and was like, you know your license suspended, right? I said, yeah. I said, sir, I was really going tomorrow to get my license. He was like, yeah, that's what everybody said. I'm like, no, I really was. I had an appointment and everything. I said, if you allow me to check my phone, I can show you the appointment confirmation, everything. But y'all, you wouldn't believe when he jumped in front of me, I slammed on the brakes. My phone flew up to the floor and cracked. So my phone was fucked up, y'all. So as he go back to the thing, he says, stay right here, please. He comes back. Maybe like 5 minutes later, he says, sir, can you exit the vehicle? Huh? He said, can you exit the vehicle? I'm like, why? He was like, I'm going to place you under arrest. So part of me was like, bitch, I was excited because I was going to go to jail. I had never been to jail. You know, I was going to get my street cred up. But then another part of me was like, bitch, you about to go to jail. Like, this is serious. But y'all, when I tell you that bitch ass was kicked up in me, bitch, that other half that was like, bitch, you finna go to jail, started crying. I was sitting there literally, he put me in motherfucking handcuffs. And I was crying. I'm like, I was really going to get my license straight. Like, please don't do this. I was really going to get my license straight tomorrow. I can show you the confirmation. And he was like, I'm going to let you go. But he said, I'm going to teach you a lesson. This is to teach you a lesson because he said any other cop would have taken you to jail. He said, I'm going to let you go. He said, but you cannot drive this car off. And he was like, and if I catch you again, I'm going to take you to jail next time. He said, get your license straight. I said, sir, I'm going to get my license straight. So he let me go. I parked the car. When I tell y'all, I had to walk. Now, where I got pulled over at was North Lane. So anybody that is from Orlando, y'all know where North Lane is. I had to walk from North Lane all the way to Rosemont. What? I had to walk from North Lane all the way to Rosemont to get my brother. So he can come. We had to walk all the way back so we can drive the car back to the house. And when I tell y'all my mama got off, my mama was finna catch the bus. Because I was not getting behind the wheel of no motherfucking car until I get my license straight. Because I was scared. Like, I really was scared. I was crying because I was like, I ain't never been to jail. I don't want to get tossed up. Like, please, like, just, this ain't right. Like, I had to fight for my rights, y'all. But he let me go, but that's the end of that story time. The time I almost went to jail, a bitch was scared. But y'all got more story times. My next story time is going to be the time I was dating two cousins. So make sure y'all stick around for that, because that one's going to come out really soon, y'all. But in the meantime, make sure y'all hit that like, share, subscribe. And make sure y'all share. Tell your friends to tell a friend to tell a friend, y'all. And that's it. And your boy is out. Until next time. Peace.